Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building an apartment. Now, this apartment is fun because I was sitting there going like, I need to build something because I wanted to build, but at the same time, if I do not have any ideas of what to build, my brain just goes blank. It left the room. It's all the way in like Guatemala by this time, and it is not thinking of anything useful. So I was just like, okay, we're gonna go to this apartment because it's an easy, small, square apartment. Well, that's a rectangle, but like that's besides the point. But I was just like, build. Okay, we're gonna put some walls down. We're gonna put some furniture down, and you're gonna make something. And I did make something, so that's good. Sometimes I do this, and I'm just like, what is that? Like that looks really terrible, and somehow it got worse, and this time it worked out. I got something, to work together. It all works together. My apartments are getting more neutral and like black and white toned, and my houses are getting more colorful. It's like it fully reversed itself. Like my houses used to be so bland and boring and beige, and then my apartments used to be like super colorful and bright because I could like experiment within a tiny little thing, and if I hated it, I could just go nope, bye, bulldoze it. But like it's somehow just like fully reversed, which is not an issue because I can just do whatever I want, and then I'll have more ideas, so I can just do whatever I want. If I wanted to make a colorful apartment, I could make a colorful apartment. If I wanted to make a black and white apartment, I could. So we've just got various options, and it's also good because then I can, I have like more variation because it's not just all one thing. Because, me, May of 2019, with my beige, like looking like one story, like gray and, yeah, and beige homes, that would not have been that cool because like if all of my thumbnails were that kind of house that I would build for my Sims to play in at that time, it'd be like, huh, this person's got a style of building right there, and it's just a beige paneling, suburban looking home. Yeah, I've definitely grown, which is good because for someone who's built like 200 homes in the last 6 months. Oh god, that's a lot of homes. Oh my god. But like you would hope you'd grow if you build that many things. So that's good. Also, I'm getting so frustrated with my audio issues recently because sometimes I will record an entire voiceover and then it'd be like, nah, and the audio just doesn't work at all. Like it does what my brain did earlier in this video, or like what I mentioned my brain does early in the video, but it didn't work. Like I did the voiceover for the beach house, or boat house, not beach house. I didn't build a beach house. I could build a beach house though. So if you see a beach house later this week, you know what happened. But the boathouse, I did that voiceover twice because the first time I did it, I finished it up and I went to import the audio files into my project, and it was like, yeah, there's no sound here. And I was like, what? Because I had talked for 8 minutes. Obviously, I was just like, oh god, no, because obviously it feels bad when you talk for that long and then it's like not there. I've had that done with like 15-minute videos. Those, I seriously straight up like didn't do that voiceover for 3 days because I was just like, I talked for 15 minutes and then it just didn't work. Like that's kind of disappointing. That's just, it makes you hurt. It's so sad. It's just like, oh god, I spent all of this time and it didn't even work. This is why I really should just test the audio beforehand to see if it was working. But I was just on the like, I need to go with this audio and like get it done. So because I only had like an hour after school to do stuff today, and so I was just like, just go, it'll be fine, because I had set it to microphone recording, so obviously I was like, yeah, it'll work, but then my audio was like, no, and it was not recording audio. Like, the microphone function of audio recording said no and didn't work. Like, I didn't even have it on game recording. Sometimes I do that. That's what happened with the 15-minute thing. I had it on game recording instead of audio recording, which is, that's my mistake. But this one wasn't my mistake. My Streamlabs just really was just like, no, it doesn't need to work today, which I don't understand. But then I just like deleted the microphone recording and then like reset like the recording, like the scene, and I was just like, okay, you better work this time. And then I tested it and it seemed to work, and so I did the voiceover again and it did work, and that's the one you get. That's the one you saw, the one that worked. But it was just like, oh god, because this is my third? This is my third voiceover, and it could have been my fourth, but also just like it happens. You got to realize that sometimes things are not going to work out how you want to, and sometimes your audio is just gonna not work. This is like the fourth or fifth time. No, it's probably been more than that. But like it's been a couple times that it's not worked. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, time to record the voiceover again, and just to record the voiceover again, because once you've done it, it's much easier. But also at the same time, it's just like, I've already talked about this before. It's annoying. Yeah, it's not fun. Also, I've never really had anything where like the game recording like doesn't work, because typically I check on the game recording, because you can do a voiceover several times, but like it's so almost impossible to like rebuild a build, especially because if you're rebuilding the build, it's gonna take a lot less time, and I'd really like my videos not to be 2 minutes long. Only the room builds can be 2 minutes long. That spot is reserved, but like I don't want them to be short. I want them to be in the like probably like 7 to like 10-minute range. That's a pretty good video length. That's the length I can talk for, and so I've not really had any like builds that I've like tried to record and it didn't work. I don't think that's ever happened. I have had like builds that I did off camera that I was just like, yeah, I'll just build for fun, and then I'd be like, oh, should have recorded that. Yeah, that's my mistake. Like I did that like one like last September where I did like an entire mansion. Like I renovated the Bailey Moon Manor. Like you can see on my gallery page, like it's a very large mansion that is huge and it's really cool looking, but I didn't record that at all. So, that's okay. But it was just like, oh god, should have done that. And, we have all our issues, but like at least this one didn't crash. I'm gonna jinx myself, but like that's okay. But like it's almost screenshots time, so we can stop talking about this. But it's almost screenshots time, as I said. So I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye.